Welcome to Orlando, Florida. A couple of teams hoping to finish their season in magical fashion by taking home a victory in the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Illinois Fighting Illini. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Illinois' return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls, you play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways that this guy is very dangerous.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Man, who says you can't run the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
To the air, it's Altmaier. Finds a soft spot in the middle. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? To the ground to try to move the chains. Looks as if Illinois will have enough for the first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it. Jesse, what do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you have functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather, you get to meet the other.
And they got him for the sack.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with the clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Altmaier. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. The official says no good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
Well, the upright playing the 12th man on defense, knocking that ball down. That looked like it had a chance to be good.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They thought it was worth the risk to try that 58-yard field goal, but now they put their defense in a tough spot. 1st and 10 from the 41. Looking left. Got him, and nobody's close. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
I just love the job this offensive line is doing in this game, communicating pre-snap. They know where the pass rush is coming from, and they're working their single and double teams and not giving up any ground. Just look how clean that pocket was for the quarterback to throw from.
Gonna run it. It's Sanders. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there, make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Illinois offense returns to the field. He'll start this drive firing, using the quick game. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Illinois lining up quickly. It's a reverse. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
Wide receivers, running backs, you see them. They're interchangeable now. You see each playing different positions and handing the ball to wide receivers like you get here. You know, wide receivers are getting the ball more and more in space, but you're also trying to hand them the football so they can make some plays, get more touches, especially those good guys. Not a great game, but definitely a good job of getting the wide receiver involved in the run game.
Looking downfield, it's Altmaier. Pressure coming. Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Wants to throw on first down. He's going to fire deep. Makes the grab on the left side. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Illinois putting together a really nice drive. They'll throw it on first down. Right down the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
And everything looked good on that play. The receiver does a really good job of pushing upfield and then coming inside. But what happens when you come inside? You start coming to all those bodies and those linebackers and those safeties come into play. And those alligator arms sometimes get a little bit short.
They go to the ground. Stop is made almost immediately, giving one to the 23.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
To throw, it's Altmaier. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with first and goal because of great third down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Illini. Getting set for the point after. Smashes it through for the PAT. They marched 78 yards down the field, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner will be brought down. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Bennett. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little strike down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And he found a slot, found a little hole in the middle of the field. Nice job attacking it.
And the Gamecocks want to move quickly. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Play action does so many things. When you run the football and have success, it slows everybody down. Not just the linebackers and the safeties and make them come up, but the defensive line. They're thinking run as well, slows down the pass rush, gives me a little bit more time to develop routes and make it really easy on my...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Looking to throw for it. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Dropping back, it's Altmaier. Oh, he makes the catch. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Illinois right back to the line. To the ground with the back. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Illinois moving it quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
Line getting set on second down. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bryant. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Illinois! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And it's perfect. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Going to the ground. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. Off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Now on third down for this offense. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the Gamecocks get enough for the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
The Gamecocks are marching down the field. Off play action on first down. That's caught. It's Sanders. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Looking for space. It's Sanders. Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. And the Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. The play action fake. Fires left. Makes a connection. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they got it on the 22.
When you run the football and then throw in the play action, it's such a tricky thing for the defense. Do I play run? Do I come up fast? It opens those holes right behind the linebackers and between the safeties to make the passing game just a little bit easier.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the catch. It's Hunt. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
They just find ways to find the big fellas. Those big tight ends are huge targets for the quarterbacks. The throws are usually in between the numbers. That makes it pretty easy. Usually sure-handed guys like that just come across the field and make plays for you.
With the run on first and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to throw. It's Sellers. He's got it on the move. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. They keep pushing forward down to the 3, but now it's third and goal. Now the play fake. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone.
And they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes. But fourth and short. Now, decision time, baby.
They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. It's good. Easy call for the ref. And they've regained the lead. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Illinois offense returns to the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Altmaier. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Franklin. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. Quick completion to the right. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Quick release on the RPO. You don't have to make things complicated. You see zone, you throw the hitch, you pick up some positive yardage.
Yes, Reese, that's easy when my guy's really fast and quick. Those guys in the slot, get it to them after the catch is their specialty, can make some magic happen.
Illinois lining up quickly. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Takes the easy one to the back. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the 1st down here.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that 1st.
Now on 1st down from the 40. Looking for a man. It's Altmaier. He's got it down the middle. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Off play action. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a 1st at the 29.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a 1st down.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Coverage, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They march 78 yards down the field, and they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. Just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The give to the back. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
The Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. Looking for a man, it's Sellers. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Makes the grab, it's Brown. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive, he had way too much time.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll do it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball, he knew it, and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Altmaier. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Makes the grab down the left side. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
After that huge play, let's see if they can punctuate it. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Trying to get to him. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's McCray. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
And that's why, as a defense, you want to set up 3rd and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football and they're able to make a tackle.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Absolutely perfect. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And the Gamecocks will hustle to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
And when these quarterbacks run these zone reads, read options, whatever you want to call them, they have to put their eyes on a certain defender, and they're reading him. And basically, you can't be right. That's what makes it so hard to defend, because if you do one thing, he's going to do the other. You do the other thing, he's going to do the other. So, good luck stopping him.
He'll pull it on the read. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
Well, this defense knew that they were going to be seeing some option in this game, and right now everybody's doing a nice job playing their assignments. On the 3rd play of that drive, they were expecting it, and everyone communicating and all rallying to the football. That was nice to see it for the coaching staff.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Now they'll run the draw. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's Altmaier. Quickly to the tight end. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
Defense is about learning the plays. 3rd down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Illinois picked up the 1st down. Now here they come again. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Looking down the middle. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, the QB looked like he knew where he wanted to go with that football, but give the defense credit. They were able to swat that one away.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He wants to throw it again. Just a short pass to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. They can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Now on third down, this offense has been rolling. Can the defense stand tall? Come deep shot for the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
That is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And you wonder if mechanically something is off with this kicker. That's now his second missed field goal today. And guys, we've got almost perfect conditions to kick the football. I'm not sure what's going on.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Going up top on first down. Quickly complete. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Got his man quickly. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. To the air, it's Sellers. Quick strike complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They're trying to get to it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Defense had his number on this one. They should have got a sack there in the pocket on 3rd down. He was able to escape, but nobody quit on the back end. Everybody doing a great job in coverage, forcing the incompletion and forcing 4th down.
The Gamecocks will punt this one away. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Dixon. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Altmaier. Working that left side. They'll immediately call timeout.
All right, defense. It ain't working. Right? We're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Gets it out fast. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
And now he's in the 400, 400. That's a pretty good day at the office. when you're putting up over 400 yards. This defense hadn't had a lot of answers.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that will extend their lead even further.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
A first half that gave us some riveting moments, Reese. Not to mention the dramatic and the unexpected. Just a dynamite start to the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if any of you are this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Here's the handoff. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. They've been running it, but now the pass. Catch in the middle. It's Bennett. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
The Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. They'll run the screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball in the backfield.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Guys, that field goal could loom large. Missing an opportunity to get within a touchdown. We're still sitting on a 10-point game. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. They're testing the right side here.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Illinois right back to the line. To the air, it's Altmaier. He makes the connection. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
Man, let it rip, young fella. I mean, closing in on 450 yards, throwing the ball early and often with a lot of success.
From the 30-yard line on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're working that left side. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Illinois looking to pay things off on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Into the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Illini!
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense, dude. If I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Line gets set, first down. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Flips it out in the flat. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Quick handoff. Across the 25, he's got room. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on second in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up third and short.
And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
Brings up second down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They run the reverse. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, as an offense, oftentimes you try the reverse play because you're trying to take advantage of a defense over pursuing and by a lot of defensive team speed. Didn't work right there. Great discipline by this defense.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Well, this defense has been dominating their opponent all game long, and I think you're really seeing the fruits of their labor on the recruiting trail. They have got some dudes up front, out of high school, in the portal, and those guys are just wreaking havoc on this offensive line.
And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Got a man, it's Dixon. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Scanning the field, it's Altmaier. Unloads it left. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Illinois lining up quickly. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. That's caught. It's Sanders.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. Wants to pass it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Sanders. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. That is exactly why they call the running back the safety valve. They used it, and they used it to perfection.
Yeah, and you want to push the ball down the field. You want to make those big plays, but you see the defense. They bring the blitz. I got the running back open, dump it to him, let him do the rest, let him get the first down.
Got it in the middle, it's Simon. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Caught behind the line. It's Hunt. The Gamecocks get enough for the first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
And the Gamecocks have their offense in high gear. They're going to throw it again. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
That's a bang-bang play, three-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. Out of the gun to give to the back. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
Listen, his team's obviously down in this game, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy showed up to play. He's been churning out big play after big play. Already over 100 yards rushing in this game. He's carrying his weight. He needs his buddies around him now to pick up the slack a little bit and help get this team back in the game.
Might as well give it to him again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
Looking for space. It's Sanders. Jumped on top of the pile.
Really nice play call there on second and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a third and manageable situation.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Fast motion from the offense. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. Right down the middle.
That makes the score Illinois 34, South Carolina 20.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Yeah, that was a good play on the ball, getting his hand up and getting the tip, getting the deflection. Ball bounces up in the air, falls to the ground. Incomplete pass.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Altmaier. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
From the gun, the ground game. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. It's a draw. He breaks a tackle. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. That's the end of the quarter, and Illinois has the lead here. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Got a man. It's Franklin. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Illinois right back to the line. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Finds a man on the left. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Using the quick game. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Knocked down after a pickup of 6, and they're trying to impose their will in the red zone. Ball's at the 13. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Everything going to the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Got it! And he'll be smacked to the ground.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Little touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Illinois! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a 4-3 touchdown. A 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Bennett. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
Great job by the offense, being patient, understanding when they're in zone coverage. I got to hit those tight windows, make those precise passes to get those big plays.
And the Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Sanders. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Tempo and overdrive. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
3rd and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And I think this offense ran the football knowing it's in 4th down territory. It's 4th and short. It's go time, almost near midfield. To me, this is green light. I got to stay aggressive. I'm losing, but the situation favors me in 4th and short.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
I love the aggressive nature offensively there. It's 4th down, and you're going to try and go for it. You have so much confidence in your quarterback to be able to make that play, come up with a good throw, keep the drive alive.
The Gamecocks are on the move. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pulls it in. It's Simon. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I tell you, this quarterback has just been in great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Run in the red zone. It's Sanders. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
He's more down at the 16-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. They make the stop, and they give up 5 yards on the run. It's down to the 11.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. To a drive there of 84 yards, and the capper a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking downfield, it's Altmaier. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Franklin. Giving him his pads. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Open.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. On the move, it's McDowell. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Gain of 9. 2nd down.
The Gamecocks in the hurry up. He'll keep it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll tell you, this is a hard defense to run against if you're going to go sideline to sideline because of that guy's speed at linebacker. He can get all the way to the perimeter, chase the quarterback down on the option, and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Impressive.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Motion from the offense. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short. But the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
Brings up 2nd down.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll test the right side. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
And the Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Avoids pressure. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting the fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
With the catch, it's Simon. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
Pressure coming. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Oh, the QB so lucky that that one wasn't picked off. These are small windows to throw into down here in the red zone. Defense tipped it up in the air. A lot of defenders lurking around. Lucky that ball hit the ground.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's got it. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. To the air, it's Sellers. Getting some heat. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Let's it go to the end zone. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Attempt the try.
Is on for the extra point.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the 1st down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that 1 1st down ends this football game.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. To throw, it's Altmaier. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. Now, if you're really worried about the block, I guess you could think about taking the safety here in the free kick. He gets a block. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
You know, for this quarterback late in the game, you just need to have a better concept of the situation. Can't take sacks at this juncture. And I know that the play gets thrown off, the timing's off, and you're forced to roll out, but if nobody's open, either run the ball, get what you can, get out of bounds, or throw that thing away. Can't take negative plays at this point.
Feeling some heat. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, we're here late in the game, and this offensive line is still getting the job done. He had all day long to throw that football here. In the fourth quarter, these guys haven't slowed down, but just not able to come up with a completion.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up 4th down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch past the sticks. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a 1st down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game.
And it's so nice to have guys like this who do the right thing. You have to understand the situation. Yards don't get me anything here. I don't need yards. I got to get points, but that time is ticking. Nice job stopping the clock, getting out of bounds.
The Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. They're bringing heat. The throw. He's got it and still on his feet. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
We've seen this guy come up with some huge throws in this game, and already on the drive, he's thrown a couple of completions. He's got them in a rhythm. This team believes they're going to win this game because of this guy playing the quarterback position.
And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
It's now 4th down.
A 5-point game here, getting very late in the offense. Will stay on the field on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He knocked it away, incomplete, and saved the game as this one is over.